Aries couples, this is Amber, the Lives in Sync Tarot. So we are going to talk about your love life for February 2018. So we're going to focus on your oracle card right now so I can shuffle and get your energies up. You have retreat, and it says it's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like that's what you're going to do with your partner. I feel like you're going to spend more time together. You may actually go on a trip together. But it just feels like quality time, believe it or not. It feels like quality time to make your bonds stronger, to make your relationship stronger, because it's time. Okay? So let's see. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Cups in reverse. It feels like this is more past energy. In the past, things just weren't very happy. You weren't the perfect 10 that you could be within your relationship. But I feel like that's changing. I feel like there's a judgment that needs to be made, or a judgment that is going to be made on that particular event. Because it feels like, because underneath you have the Five of Swords. Okay, so that talks about you trying, being defeated and being in this energy. But it just feels like it's going to change, especially from the spread. But that's the overall energy, because I feel like you don't want to go back there. I feel like that's not the place that you want to be. Okay? So in the past, I feel like you tried to look at things differently. You may have actually detached yourself from things that were negative. Okay? And putting yourself in more positive thought space. Okay? And you're starting to see, you're starting to get clarity. You're starting to understand more, focusing more on what actually needs to be focused. This may also could be the judgment that's coming in your favor from your partner about how they feel or how they want things to actually go. But I feel like because you cleared out something from your life, you're able to see, you're able to understand, you're able to get some sort of clarity with your partner about your foundations and about what you want for the future. Definitely. It's about taking control. Taking control of what you've built. Taking control of what it is that you want, of the future that you want with your partner. Okay? So right now you're the Seven of Swords in reverse. It talks about everything coming out to light. And it's going to take strength for that. Because I feel like your partner is telling you things, or you may be telling your partner things. And you need to be a strong person to handle all of these swords, all of these burdens that's going to be unloaded onto you. But you do have some fear. All you know is that you love your partner. Instinctually, you know that that's the person you want to be with. That's your person. Okay? You do have fear of things going back to the way they were, or from the things that are being told to you from your partner. There definitely could be fear from that as well. Okay? Spirit's telling me to pull one more card, so let me. Yeah. Injustice. So you're going to feel like what you hear is not fair to you. Okay? But I feel like the other person needs to express this to you, because in the scheme of things, I feel like it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you gain some sort of power within the situation, within the bond that you have with them, even though you may not want to hear it, or you may not want to be faced with it. Now you have to face it. The Devil in reverse, and that's because a lot of old things are being released. Okay? So it feels like you are reaching out, or your partner is reaching out to you and telling you, we got to do this. We got to fix this. I'm ready. Okay? And it's going to be hard, but I feel like you're ready. I feel like they're ready. I feel like it's time. And this is actually really good energy for you because of what you've been dealing with, Aries, okay? So you have 2 really good cards on top of that. And it feels like because they want to protect what they have, you want to protect what you have, and there is future there. With the 10 of Pentacles, it talks about future and stuff that you can hold on to, you know, invest time in and grow old with, you know. So all this is coming out because of that energy, because they want to hold on, because there's something there that is worth holding on to. Negative influence is the 7 of Wands, and it's the healing. Now, learning all of these things and being open with your partner is going to open up all sorts of can of worms, and you have to be strong enough within yourself to be able to go through this, or to be able to move through this, okay? So it's going to be hard because it's going to feel like you're standing alone. It may feel like all these wands are coming at you at once and you're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? But you have this one wand in your hand, this one wand, right? This opportunity for things to get better, this new passion that's coming up for you, and that's what's holding you strong. That's what's giving you the strength to continue to move forward, even though it's going to be rough. But I feel like you're in a you're in a state of healing by doing this with your partner. Your fears, your hopes and fears. The thing is, you have the 5 of Pentacles here. It talks about being afraid to be left alone, being afraid to be abandoned. So it's like, even though all this stuff is coming out, and even though you're opening up about things, are they going to leave me? Is this going to be it? Should I have held it to myself? You know, how I felt, what was going on. But I don't think that's going to help you doing that. It just talks about you standing strong, right? It's like getting everything out, even though it may seem childish, even though it may seem small, even though it may induce some sort of curiosity in your partner. They have to be willing to make judgments on their own about what they want. And you have to be able to make the judgments on your own. You can't keep things to yourself in the fear, you know? It's like taking away someone's personal power, okay? In your environment, you have the 3 of Cups in reverse. This feels to me like the secret is about another person. Maybe they were interested in someone. Maybe they were spending a little bit of time with someone, and you're discussing that. You also, it may be something lighter than that as well, and you may be discussing that they spent more time with their friends and not enough time with you. It could also be that. But it really feels like a third person, especially when the 3 of Cups, especially in this situation with the 3 of Cups coming up. Yeah, so it seems like you are going to feel a loss for the situation, but it feels nice to heal from it, okay? So you have to heal from what has happened in the past. It's important for you to do that in order to move forward. But I feel like it's going to take you back a little bit, okay? Because you're like, oh, I thought we were going in the same direction, but now I don't know. Now I don't know. And I feel like I have all this new information on me, and it's heavy. I feel shaky because it feels like a lot, and it feels like, what am I supposed to do with this? I thought this is what I wanted. I thought this is what we needed. But you have to remember that you are moving forward, even though you don't want to hear it. You know, the judgment is in your hand, and of course it's not going to make you happy, okay? Feels like there's a delay in your love and what you have, but it's really up to you to make the choices, which you'll see here because you have the Magician in the outcome. So it's up to you, but we'll get to that in a second. I don't want to harp on that right now. So in the month, we're going to do the 1st and the 15th. Of course, you know, I like to break that up now. The 1st to the 15th, 15th to the end of the month. So 1st to the 15th, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And this talks about you feeling really moody, okay? And I feel like you are going to feel moody about the things that you're going to hear. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this is not what I thought. This is not the person that I thought I wanted to be with. Why is this happening? Why? But it's about you putting an end to old things. This is a World card. Putting an end to old things. because it's time for you to move forward. It's time for a new phase to happen. This may be the end of a relationship for some of you. For some of you, I don't feel that way. I just feel like the truth is coming out and it's very harsh. And it's hard for you to decide if you want to fight for it or not. So you may also actually spend some time to yourself, because you got to think about if you want to hold on to this because of all this new information that's coming into you. It's making your thoughts go 100 million miles per minute, okay? You may also be dealing with a air sign, and that may be happening with them, okay? Like their thoughts are going all over the place. You may also be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, okay? But I just feel like it's creating balance, and you're starting to see each other as real people, you know, and get out of that thought that people are perfect, or that they would never do this to me, or I would never do that to them, because we're all people, and we all face different challenges and situations, okay? So really it's about that in the first half of the month, and if you do that, you will find victory. There will be something positive that comes out of a negative. I'm turning my phone off, guys. I didn't even know it was on. I like never keep my phone off of vibrate, so I'm not quite sure where that happened, but you're gonna find something come out of this if you can get out of the first half of this month. I feel like that's going to be the hardest. Now for the 15th to the 31st, you have the 8 of Cups in reverse, which tells me that even if you break up or split up or take some time apart, you're coming back together, okay? It's that realization that we're not all perfect. We're not all perfect. I'm not perfect, so we should try to work on this. That's what it feels like to me. Why? The Empress, because there's something that can grow there. There's something abundant within this relationship, and you don't want to let it go. It could be also, I'm hearing that it just lasted a really long time, and it just seemed like it'll stand the test of time. Like this is just one bump in the many bumps that are, you know? So it's like, first you have to get over this message. First you have to get over this idea. So there is going to be some conversation coming in, maybe from you or your partner. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they're going to come to you, okay? But and I feel like it's going to be a real sacrifice, or you're going to see that they're making a sacrifice to create some balance, because they want to nurture you, or they feel nurtured within this relationship. And with the Magician, you have everything you need now. You have the truth, you have your love, you have experience with this person. So that's what's holding you anchored to this. Now you end with the Magician, and I feel like the Magician just tells me that the tools are needed, because it was here at the bottom as well, okay? It's like the tools are needed. Everything is there. You have everything you want, and you have this new opportunity for renewed love, this new opportunity to see everything for actual truth. Okay, you may be thinking that I feel like there are going to be some delays when it comes to the way things were. Like it's not going to move the same way that it moved, and it's going to be really hard for them to let go of all of the truths and all of the things that were said to them. But I think that you are moving forward, and it's almost like you get to relearn each other. It's very interesting, because what I'm feeling is, it feels like there was a lot of negative energy or a lot of negative emotions that were going on before this, and now it's like this whole event is the Tower, and it had to knock everything down so you could rebuild it differently, on truth, on love, on experience. So that's what you're bringing into this month. That was pretty heavy, I just want to say. I feel really heavy from that right now, okay? So let's talk about the extended reading. So for the extended reading, I'm going to talk about you and your partner. We're going to go your energy, your partner's energy, and the relationship energy. I feel like that's important to talk about right now because this is pretty heavy. And I feel like the more you explain, the more you talk about it, the more you get it out in the open, it's a lot easier for you to process, right? I also invite you to keep watching this video over and over again because I find that it's easier. I don't know. It's really up to you, but it'll be easier because it's like you have somebody to talk to, somebody that understands, you know, even though I can't talk back to you. I can be like, yeah, that's right. You know? So if you would like that extended reading, there will be a tab on the website, or you can go to the link in the description box below. The website will be right there, and become a member to get that reading. Also, if you would like a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you as well. That is also in the description box below. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye-bye.